Okay, so let me just talk about how this kind of poetry came into the English language, because the person who is known for the earliest sonnets is Petrarch, who wrote in the 14th century and lived in the 14th century in Italy, and these sonnets were translated into various languages, and this is how they arrived in English. And the idea of having rhyming poetry arrived in England, and Chaucer was the one who popularized this, because before that you had epic poems like Beowulf, but Beowulf was not rhyming; it was with alliteration. So these things came in from the continent, and especially from Italy and from France. So as we talked about the Italian sonnet, the Petrarchan sonnet consists of one octet and one sestet. So this worked with Italian, probably would also work with Romanian, because I guess the languages are pretty similar when it comes to rhymes, because you have, as a Latin language, you have it at the end of the word. That is where you tend to have the same endings that mean specific things. Whereas that is quite difficult to do in English. So in the English sonnets, you have instead of one octet and one sestet, you have 3 quatrains and then 2 couplets. So and a couplet, 3 quatrains and a couplet, and so there's a specific rhyme scheme that is usually made, and so it depends how strict people are, and people don't tend to be so strict. So when you make a sonnet, you can vary it, and it doesn't have to be exactly the same number of syllables in each line. So I should probably explain that. The thing is that in English, the way that we speak in English has a certain meter, and that meter, which isn't valid for many other languages, is called it's iambs. Have you heard of iambs? Right. So you know about iambs. And an iamb is it's a beat that goes da-dum. So in English you have these iambs are very, very used, and therefore, like, the most popular one is what is called iambic pentameter.